I'll be with you guys in a second. Finishing up the conversation I'm having with my sister about one of our old dogs, Boo. Anyway. You'll never catch me, New Year's deadline. Not when I shift this into maximum overdrive. Hi there, ladies and gentlemen of that humble internet. Ryan here, aka Ryan, back for some more of Katawa Shoujo. And yeah, that stupid line is exactly that. I have today and tomorrow to hopefully do the rest of this game. Because the whole rest of my week is going to be a lot of overtime. You want to talk about maximum overdrive? I'm going into maximum overtime when I go into work. This may be... we're so close. Last time we were here, basically the rest of this game is basically going to be cheering up Misha, rekindling and rebuilding friendships, and looking forward to the future. Let's do it! Heading outside, I catch a glimpse of pink hair behind some of the other girls' head. And as I head that way, I realize that this isn't the way you go if you want to leave school. It's the way to the student council room. If I wanted to avoid Shizune, I wouldn't head there. It's strange that Misha would be going in that direction, then. Maybe she wants to talk things over with Shizune, or maybe they won't expect you where they expect you. Okay, hear me out on this one. This actually makes a whole lot of sense. Say you want to hide a tree, right? And you have two options to hide a tree. You can either hide a tree in the desert, or you can hide a tree in the forest. Where would you hide that tree? You would hide the tree in the desert. Why? Why? I'll tell you why. I'm glad you asked. Oh, I've been holding on to this for a long time. I'm super glad you asked. You wouldn't hide a tree in the forest because everyone's going to go to the forest to look for the tree. No one's going to look for a tree in the desert because they're going to be thinking, who's dumb enough to hide a tree in the desert? This guy. You need me to hide something? I'm going to get it hidden for you, folks. Use that for whatever context you want. In which case, I have to wonder if letting things play out naturally would be such a bad idea after all, especially if it seems to be going in a good direction. Suddenly, Misha stops and spins around. Catch me by surprise. Surprise, Heishan! You were looking for me? I had a feeling. I was going to say, hey, I was just looking for you, but I suppose it's no good now. She isn't even finished with her sentence before she blows past me, heading for the exit. I have to admit that Misha is infuriatingly sharper than I'd expected, also surprisingly fast. She can't keep pulling Hanako's on me. Although it's more physical activity than I think I should be getting, I managed to catch up with her halfway to the gate. You're really being the rudest woman in the world right now. Can you just stop trying to run away for 1 second? I want to talk to you! Misha turns on her heel, looking mildly amused, and raises her hands as if to tell me to go on. Now that I've got her attention, though, it's hard to think of the right thing to say. Make up with Shizune! Just for fuck's sake! Get whatever's on your chest off your chest! If you have a chip on your shoulder, just look over and fucking eat the damn thing! Where are you going now? Yeah, okay, we could just lead with that. The Shanghai? Can I go with you then? Waiting for her to answer feels like an eternity. It's almost as if I can hear my wristwatch ticking off the individual seconds. Okay then, Heishan. I get the sense that she only agreed because she doesn't want to argue anymore today. When we get there, a couple comes in after us, causing Misha to jump slightly at the noise. She jumped at the noise, and I jumped a little bit over her jumping. But this isn't Doki Doki. There's not going to be a jump scare in Katawa Shoujo. Unless there is. And then kudos to you, 4 Leaf Studios. Seeing that this isn't Seeing that it isn't Shizune, she relaxes again, smiling almost as usual to order parfait from Yuko, and sliding into the nearest booth. You ran off too fast. You could have at least waited to see what she was going to say. Misha's angry reaction tells me that it could be that she was afraid that of what Shizune might say. Why are you both doing this, Hishan? Because you're being a ninny. Like, if I had the physical capability of doing so, I would probably flick you on your forehead. Like, stop it. We don't care. Why are you making this a big deal? Because Shizune still wants to be your friend. You ninny. I guess that's for her. It's kind of like launching a nuclear missile from a submarine. You need 2 keys to do it. Ellipses. What else can she do, though? Just stop being your friend? She isn't automatically signing whatever she hears or says anymore. And I'm sure that is the reason Shizune's been having so much trouble with her. If she tried to just talk it over, you wouldn't listen. Misha's guilty expression tells me that I've hit the mark. Do you really hate Shizune that much? No, Hishan. I told you that. She answers without flinching, idly playing with a spoon. Yeah, I know. And I'm sure she knows it too, but I wonder if it might be easier if you did. The only thing she's really thought about for the last week is how to make you happy. Shizune is still attached to you. Yesterday, though, she thought that maybe it would be easier for you if you just hated her. Since you didn't tell her you hate her, Shizune thinks that you can both still be friends. She's like that, only thinking in extremes. Her parfait is starting to melt, the ingredients coming together in tiny rivers that remind me of the growing roots of a tree being shown through time-lapse photography. That's stupid. Shishan isn't that stupid, Hishan. Don't be ridiculous. Then talk to her. I want it to be said on my gravestone for future generations to come around and learn. It's just going to say, just fucking talk. It's got nothing to do with intelligence. Smart people can do stupid things. Oh my lord, don't make me drag my sister into this. Let's just say some people are the epitome of the smartest people in the universe while also being the dumbest at the same time. But aren't we all at the end? Where was I in this sentence? And anyway, isn't it true? I was terrified last week when we talked, but at the end, I was relieved because it sounded like things might go back to normal. I wasn't expecting you two to have a fight right after. It wasn't a fight, Hishan. It was just me yelling at her. Just because the other woman does not yell does not really mean it wasn't a fight. I'm sure she signed angrily at you. I've noticed that Misha's voice never really changes in tone, just volume. It's so low with guilt that I can hardly believe it came from her. Either way, I was happy, because I thought you and her could still be friends, since she needs you. No, she doesn't, Hishan. So? How do you know that? There's lots of things Shizune doesn't vocalize, say, talk about. I'm afraid if I say the wrong thing, it'll ruin the mood. I get to finally have a conversation with her, and I don't want to screw it up. I wonder if this is the first time she's had an honest conversation with me. Just because she didn't tell you... Just because she didn't tell you doesn't mean she doesn't like you. That doesn't make sense. Yes, it does. Otherwise, she would argue back. You don't think so? She picks a fight with everyone! She would pick a fight with the visual novel God if you gave her a meeting! So why not you? Obviously, because you're her friend, and she values you. And Shizune is hurt too. She's just awful at showing her feelings. Usually does it in the wrong way, too. But she still likes you. Hey, Shan, do you remember when I said I didn't want to hate Shishan or upset her? The truth is, I ended up doing both. Now it's like there's, like, an awkwardness between us. It's hard to explain. Both of you are so goddamn stubborn. I'd rather die, be reincarnated back in the past, and storm the beaches of Normandy with a spoon! Because that would be easier than trying to get through the both of you. You were talking about how you didn't want to drift apart from Shizune. But then you're going to just let it happen. And Shizune is just as bad. She wants to be your friend, but respects you too much to be as aggressive as she'd be with anyone else. And I'm sure that Misha interprets Shizune giving her space as a lack of caring. I screwed up already, Hishan. It'll happen again. This is the part. What do I have? I have an old armor helmet here. Hold on. This is the part where I think I would take this thing and whack you across the side of the head with it as hard as I fucking can. Do you know why? Misha, do you know why? It is going to happen again because you're that thing called a fucking human. I can't believe I have to be the one to explain this to people. It'll happen again, I'm sure. When I think about it that way, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. It feels like either way, I'll end up making things worse. Then, it might be better if I didn't do anything at all, right? Don't be ridiculous. Why do you even think that way in the first place? Be more positive! Yeah, fun fact. When me of all people, and if you know me, then you know. So when me of all people has to be the positive one in the room, the situation has gotten so fucked up that we're in crisis mode. Should be easy for you, I want to say. But that would be presumptuous. Hey, Shan. I never knew you were so optimistic. I never expected that. It's usually what happens again when the mood has fallen so low that I now have to be in charge of company morale. Ellipses. You always act so gloomy when I try and surprise you. No, this is a recent thing. Really. I just hate it when people give up so easily now. Now, huh? It makes me mad when people give up. I used to think that giving up was kind of like running away, since that's how people always described it. But now that I think about it, it's usually more like throwing something away. When you run away from something, you can't think of it as still being there. So, I was in the hospital, and I didn't just want to run away from my problems. I wanted to never think about them again. Misha eats a spoonful of her gray ice cream goo. Did she only just remember it was there now? Or could it be that she likes it that way? Anyway, my point is, you can't do that. People are too sentimental to just throw their memories out like that. It's impossible. Shizune can't think of life in terms of anything but winning and losing. Don't you think she wishes she didn't have to remember the parts where she loses? You can't pick and choose, though. You know, that's like wanting to live in a bubble. And I can think of numerous members of the human race that love just living in their fucking bubble. The worst part is, your way of thinking is so wasteful. It's making you so pessimistic, you're afraid of everything. Come on! I grab her hand as I wave Yuko over to the other, with the other to pay for our food. Where are we going now? Well, in keeping with the season, I guess now I'm supposed to show you your Christmas past? Or me personally, wouldn't I be Christmas future? Oh, God. Back to the school before lunch is over. But I want to check out a few places before then. Although I start feeling tired even after doing what I could be described as on the level of a brisk jog at best, Misha and I eventually make it to the gate of the school, with a little over 10 minutes to spare. Whew. I didn't even want to really come to this school, you know. I didn't have a choice. When I got to this gate, I'm sure a part of me was thinking, what a depressing place. God, this line hits me different than probably other people. And it hits me different because being in the last part of the last season of this game, fuck, it is first time looking at this gate all the way back in episode 1. Part of me was thinking that too. It's like, oh man, I'm about to enter a visual novel of crippled people. This place is depressing. But now here we are! It doesn't look depressing at all, though. Well, I still thought I had everything figured out. I felt practically like another person. If I could, I'd go back and tell myself to stop thinking he can write everything off at a glance, and acting like his life is already over. He can never, and he can never have fun again. The school grounds are still littered with quite a few people. It's lunchtime, so it's typical. This is where you and Shizune had me helping you put together 2 festivals. What a lot of hard work, I thought. What a lot of hard work. I thought, I don't have time for this. When I look back on it, though, I didn't do all that much. I also didn't have anything better to do. I'd have just spent the time alone. I drag her to our homeroom next, which is empty except for Muto trying to eat a sandwich before classes resume, and we're interrupting this poor man's peace and quiet. He had to throw the whiskey bottle out the window we entered in so quick. Every time I thought of either of you, I wish you would have leave me alone. Whether it was here or leaving Muto to his lunch, we head for the nearby vending machine, and I grab a soda while I still have 5 minutes to drink it. I spend an entire lunch period with Misha, longer than both Shizune and I managed to find to talk to her in days. Following me to the cafeteria, or trying to corner me after half my classes. I never realized that we only talked 4 times. It really was all in my head. I only barely realized it now.
I remember that, Hishan, but I know where all these places are, too.
Wait, let me finish my guided tour, since we're running out of time. By the way, do you want a soda? Making our way to the stairwell, I'm glad that I don't have to pull her by the hand anymore. You get dizzy on stairs, right?
Yeah.
I guess here's just good enough, then. I lean against the wall as Misha sits down on the steps across from me. Do you ever miss the people you went to school with in elementary school or middle school?
No.
That was fast. She didn't even have to think about it. I find myself cringing reflexively. I had more friends in my old school, but I don't talk to them anymore. It almost feels like that was another lifetime ago, which is sad, really. Sometimes I want to talk to them again, but I know I can't. I'm scared and embarrassed. Things like that. They're too far away for me to go see them. Then I think about calling them, but I don't know most of their numbers. And I left on a sour note. So why would they want to see me again? It feels like I should just forget about it, but, I still think about it anyway and regret that I didn't try harder to stay in touch somehow. And I start to think that maybe feeling like I should forget about it is wrong. It would be an insult to all those people I had fun with, and a waste of all the good times. Like I said before, even if there are some bad times too, it's alright if you can look back on them as happy memories. But I didn't even think about it then. So it was like I woke up one day and realized I had no friends. I just let myself lose all of my friends, and it felt awful. I really hated if you and Shizune ended up the same way. That's all.
That's all.
It makes me sad to think that you would do the same thing and push away your friend. Especially because you're not far away from Shizune. I mean, you even live in the same dorm.
Friend. Aren't you my friend too, He-Shan?
Yeah. You slept through all of it, but the fireworks were really nice way back at the festival. My first time seeing fireworks like that. And my first time really seeing the sky in a while. And I never really looked at the stars before then either. I had thumbed through a book about them while I was in the hospital, though, and learned a lot. Like that stars aren't just burning, they're more like a constant chain of explosions, which is metal as fuck. So far away that some of the stars I'd be seeing would have burned out for thousands of years already. It's like their light would only just then be reaching Earth. I saw a mock-up comparing the size of our planet to our sun, and then that to other suns. Japan wasn't even visible on a tiny Earth in that book. You know what I'd never realized? She looks at me expectantly. They're amazingly shiny.
It's true! Why are you doing this, He-Shan?
Doing what?
I'm not stupid.
I don't know. Bunch of reasons. Because you're Suzune's friend, and, I liked how close you were, and maybe I'm trying to tell you that we all have our low points, but giving up is stupid. Anyway, it seems worth the trouble.
That's the only reason?
That and your Oh my... Hisao, high five me, motherfucker! Saying that at the same goddamn time, I was not ready. I was speaking ahead of that. Fuck yeah! The universes have officially converged. It is no more was that like, oh, this, I'm speaking out of my own head. Oh god, Hisao had the same thought and he said the same thing. Me and my boy, not like barely subconsciously looking at the line because I'm just going myself, and you're my friend too, you jackass. I would say it like way more aggressively, but it's happened. Someone write Chris Chan in prison. It has happened. The universes have converged. I just hurt my hand again.
That's it?
I guess that's it. I was expecting way more of a bang with the multiverse conversion, but here we are. Can't I do something for no reason?
You can, but I want to know.
Well, what else do you want to hear? The bell rings before Misha can reply, so she ends up laughing instead. Great googly moogly! Hot dang, summer... I could maybe squeeze in 5 more minutes. I see less of Misha in the following days, but I don't worry, because when I do see her, she looks a bit more like her old self each time. Once it's clear enough that I don't have to be afraid of it being my wishful thinking coloring my perceptions, I start to relax again. I wake up very early and feeling sick on Sunday. I went to sleep too early last night, too. Something's also wrong with my curtains. They won't close completely. Because of that, I can't even attempt to go back to sleep. The sun hits me in the eyes every time. Relocate your bed? What is it, built into the wall? I'm sure this is probably why I woke up so early this morning as well. Being this sick and tired is a perfect storm of frustration. I'm almost glad when there's a knock at the door. Yes. Now the only other remaining thing we would need is every other character finally making an appearance. But I know it's not going to work that way. If I had the art skills to just draw a makeshift school portrait of everyone here with happy memories, everybody. It would be happy fucking memories. We're nearly there at the end. This is one hell of a saga. I'm going to get emotional. It's a familiar a person holding an almost completely eaten apple in his hand. Taking one last bite, he attempts to shoot it into my trash can, and he misses completely. And it smashes apart on the wall 2 meters too high. To be fair, most of the pieces afterwards do manage to fall into the trash can, but I'm pretty sure Noah's so brazen that they would be aiming to do something like this on purpose. Please say swish. Close up fucking up. Yes! Yes! The universes are converged! Perfect shot. Sup, roomie? Wait a minute. Roomie, are you sleeping in my room? Did you dig a tunnel? We're not on the first floor. I'm not your roomie. We don't live in the same room. It doesn't matter. I like his thinking. We're all roomies in this war together. It does. Should at least know the difference between living in the same building and living in the same room. I need to use your room. Why? For what? I messed up. I should have said absolutely not. The student council keeps delivering my mail, even though I asked them to put it in my locker or something. But they keep putting it under my door, delivering my mail without me noticing it. So today, I'm lying in wait to catch them in the act, like a detective or a safari hunter. I need to chill in your room for today and look through the little peephole, or I won't be able to catch them in the act. And maybe tomorrow, too. It'll be awesome. We'll get pizza on both days. Or should we get pizza on just one day and something else on the other day? But what? And which day is pizza day? These are the bro conversations I would be having nonstop if Kenji had a bro route. Not today. Never. You know, I'm in the student council. Why didn't you just ask me about this? If he had, I would have been able to find out very easily and wouldn't have to have Kenji in my room. It's a win-win. Except I guess this way, he might be able to get a pizza out of me. I started thinking that maybe this was Kenji's intention. But, no, I doubt it. There's no way he could plan something that elaborate. You know? When they deliver mail, well, no. They just hand me my mail when I go to the student council, usually. The point is, I could find out by asking them. Then I'd know, and I could tell you. That's how people find things out. By asking. Not cavemen. Aw, yeah. No response to that, right? Checkmate. Use your own peephole. Wait, if they see me... That's not... Then it's on backwards! They can't! That's how peepholes work. It's like a one-way glass. What? Wait, for real? For real? Wow. No way!
They'll expect me to be in my room anyway. They'll sense my presence and know I'm there. They never expect me to actually be in the room across the hall.
I'm going to go to the student council room and go get your mail for you right now.
Then I guess I can't let you leave.
If you pull a gun right now, you get top billing for best character. That's dumb. What if I have to use the toilet?
Your games won't work on me.
I sit down at my desk and start doing my homework for the weekend. You know, you're gonna have to leave eventually. So you can't stay here. Who the hell is texting me? Oh, hi, Brittany. You can't stay here forever, or keep me here forever. I mean, this is my room to start with. Mr. Nutty. Sorry, that has nothing to do with the story. I'm reading a text. No, I'm not giving you context for that text.
Yeah, I don't think I can. What time's the mail usually come?
I don't know. With the U.S. Postal Service, even though we're not in U.S., you're guaranteed your delivery, just not your time. Now!
Why are women so slow?
Why do you care so much about the mail anyway? Are you expecting something?
I'm always expecting something. Not today, though.
Then why are you here? Do you want them to send something? Do you even send mail?
Nope. That's how they get you. I haven't used the mail since I was 8. Sent a letter to Lego asking them to make Dragon Ball Legos. They said they couldn't get the rights and gave me some coupons. Totally worth it, but after that I made sure to stay off the radar. You don't use mail, do you?
I wrote to my parents last week. Well, thank God! He's coming around!
But that's how they get you.
Yes, I should have known. Maybe that's why they put that microchip in me the next day.
So, the rumors were true.
I'm gonna miss Kenji. I am seriously gonna miss this boy. I'd like to know what rumor mill he got that from. Probably CNN, I don't know. I was kidding. It's a joke.
Joke? Damn! You would joke on me? I guess that's how it feels, to have jokes cracked on. I never thought it would happen to me. This is a serious issue. Man, I think you're not appreciating the depths of my dilemma. It's a work in many acts, complicated acts, with many players. It's really hard, okay? After I'm done, I'm gonna eat a whole fish to celebrate. Ah, shit! I wanted a pizza, though. I still want pizza. Can I get fish on the pizza? Do they do that now?
Kenji, my man, my hombre, you can put anything on a pizza if you're brave enough. The only thing that is not acceptable, and I need something to smash my fist down into without breaking it. This part looks hard enough. And I will draw the line in the goddamn sand right now and say, you not pineapple. Not now, not ever. You wanna know who puts pineapple on their pizzas, Kenji? Feminists. Oh, God. Oh, I'm getting too old. I think I pulled something. Oh. You're going to be paying for it. You still haven't paid me back, and I'm not hungry right now anyway.
Not in the mood for pizza? That's not possible, son.
He brings up a good point. There's always time for pizza.
It's gotta be pizza anyway. I'm in the pizza stage of my life. Before I was in an ice cream stage. But my girlfriend kept eating all the strawberry out of my Neapolitan... Your Neapolitan? What? It'll probably happen to you, too.
It's hard to tell if he's serious half the time. I can only see his expression when he's not nose deep in my door. I doubt that. Hey, you know that I do have a girlfriend, right? Not Iwanako either. It's the student council president, actually.
Old news.
What? Seriously?
I have my sources.
What are you... God, I needed an entire saga of Kenji. I need it, and I need it. He has sources.
Yeah. You see, your life's been chronicalized on this YouTube channel by this guy named Ryan. I've been following him in his war against the Fabitists. Anyway, then it dawned on me that I gotten fat from all that ice cream. It was a rude awakening, like sleeping on a beach and getting hit by a wave that destroys your sandcastle. I started running, had to lose the pounds, but maybe I was really running away from myself.
This isn't the case. This is getting too philosophical for me. I've never seen a man go into the combat mode that fast in my life, except for me. A sudden and continuous knocking causes him to leap backwards far enough to hit the wall all the way behind him. I take the opportunity to walk over and open the door. Good morning. What's up? Oh, shoot. I remember the sign for what's up. I don't remember the sign for good morning.
I hear if you salt the doorway, they can't enter uninvited!
I'm not going to put salt in my doorway.
But you're considering it. Good.
Good morning. Are you here to deliver the mail? Nodding, Shizune waves a couple of envelopes between our faces. I take them from her, freeing up her hands for conversation. How did you know? How did you know? Are we singing? How did you know? How did you know? You were hiding behind your back in a really obvious way.
Hiding what?
The mail! Hold on. There's a different way we gotta be reading this. Hold on. There's a different way we have to read through this, okay? Because you gotta remember everyone's places here. Alright, so you at home, you be Shizune. Okay. Good morning. What's up? Okay, this is kind of... Please. Oh, shoot! What's my line? What's my line? Okay.
I hear you put salt in the doorway that can't enter uninvited!
We now turn around. I'm not gonna put salt in my doorway.
But you were considering it. Good. Oh, shit.
Good morning. Are you here to deliver the mail? Nodding, she's anyway, but we reread that. How did you know? How did you know? You were hiding behind your back in a really obvious way. Okay. Oh, shit! I'm running into everything.
Hiding what?
The mail! It's okay. I wasn't trying very hard to hide it in the first place. That's not like you. You're the type of person who'd go anything worth trying is worth trying hard. Okay. You know what? Forget the chair. Forget the chair. Forget the chair. Forget the chair. Forget the chair.
Girls taking initiative? And what about me? I've been using that phrase for years. Where's my parade, dog?
Oh, for Pete's sake! Oh, shit, what did I knocked over a thing of poison. Shit.
I spit literary gold, and you women just steal it and wear it on like 2-for-1 sundress.
Fucking what?
You're all the Picard of my Kirk.
Or what you even be? Holy Lord. Not all the time. Are you making fun of me? Finally noticing Kenji, she gives him a wave. Hey, Kenji! The student council president says hi.
Hi.
Whew. Introduce me. I have no idea what he was saying, but it looked confident. Oh yes! No one's better at saying that kind of stuff confidently. I already did. I haven't introduced you by title. This is Kenji. He's the guy across the hall. His room is right behind you. Anyway, do you have his mail too? I'm only delivering your mail because it was there. I have early access. It's all about location. Consider it as a perk of being in the student council. That doesn't sound very fair! She takes a lot of liberties with her position. At least they're small ones. I've never got to enter your room before. It's interesting. Why does he get to see your room and I can't? Is it a guy thing? It's not a secret club being a guy. Kenji, I love you, but this activity's gonna kill me. I do this for you people at home. I do this so that you're immersed. Remember, this is Kenji from the back of the room saying these lines.
It should be with rings. Rings with big-ass emblems and gold.
I said forget the chair. I did not forget the chair, but it's on wheels. Are you sure? Are you really sure? I always thought that there was a secret brotherhood of men. I do this so that this isn't so boring.
Why is she ignoring me? Let me tell her about the guy club. Also, what's up with the hand signals? Is she trying to hex me or something?
Wasn't that a joke from a movie? Oh, what am I knocking over now? No! Stay out of this! I'll have to translate everything you say to her, and I'm not sure if I could even handle it. And she'll probably misunderstand it. And then you'll probably misunderstand the reply, and I'll have to translate your rebuttal.
Rebuttal? Why would I rebut? I like my butt.
What is he saying? Folks, I gotta take a lap. He says he has no rebuttal. Rebuttal to what? I haven't even begun to challenge him yet. I don't like the way she put that. So it appears that she wants to. But about what? It doesn't matter, since it wouldn't end well. Please. Please don't pick fights where there are none. Please don't pick a fight with Kenji. I've never met your friends. Why can't I? It looks like he's being passionate. You have no idea! I suppose with the way he's flailing around, it would be stupid to expect Shizune to think otherwise. Anyway, I'd better change the subject. Not that it would be likely to work on her, but I'm sure that she has to come here for a reason, other than to just drop off my mail. If it was something that tiny, she wouldn't even bother knocking. You didn't come here just to give me my mail or chat up my friends, did you? Shizune snaps her fingers in mock frustration. It's as cringe-inducingly loud as ever. You're right. Let's go somewhere again. Probably the roof! Do you have somewhere in mind already? You're right again. Let's go to the usual place. She whips out a bag of neatly wrapped containers from just outside of the doorframe. I'm guessing they are filled with food. And this time, it doesn't look store-bought. Setting it down between her feet, she continues. This was the real surprise. See? Oh god, there goes my entire green screen! What am I running into? Okay.
Is that for me?
I have to have something over everyone at the very end. I agree. In the way people normally do when someone makes a statement in front of them that tells more than they're meant to tell. Oh, thank God. Thank God. I couldn't keep doing the shtick.
Well, fine. If you're both going to ignore me, I'm out of here. So cruel. You'll regret this.
Oh, look at that! It's fucking pretty! Oh, probably should cover that part. No, wait, that's just her dress. Okay. I'm cutting it out here. I need a walk. I need a lap. I need more than a lap. That was pizza time. That was magical. I haven't had that kind of fun in ages in a visual novel. Man, you never... the extra steps you gotta do to make something seem more interesting. Did I save? I did. Have fun out there, everyone. Remember to stay awesome. Adios.